Okay, so we are moving on to number 10. So disclaimer before I reveal number 10, I collect 1 ounce bottles of the Britney Spears fragrances. I did buy this one, and when it came, it was in a 3 ounce bottle. So I was not able to purchase it. I don't consider this part of my collection because I don't have the 1 ounce bottle. But at number 10, it is going to be the Sheer Fantasy by Britney Spears. Beautiful bottle. I think it's such a beautiful bottle. It does smell good. Yeah, I just really like it. I really like it. It's in the middle because there are some ones that I really, really like. Look, once we get past, like 10 where we are right now, it has nothing to do with what I don't like about them and everything to do with what I do like about them. So at number 10, it is Sheer Fantasy. I have not found the 1 ounce bottle of this. So if you're seeing this and you have the 1 ounce bottle and you want to get rid of it, please let me know, because I will buy it from you. Coming in at number 9 is going to be another one of the surprising fragrances from Britney Spears that we've gotten throughout the years. It is going to be the Private Show fragrance. This is one of the newer This is one of the newer fragrances. It's not new in terms of like when it came out, but in terms of like curious, fantasy, prerogative, radiance, all of those things. This is one of the newer ones. This one has, yes, it has the amber. Yes, it has the musk. Yes, it has the normal things that you smell when you smell a Britney fragrance. But it also has things like whipped cream and coffee and clementine, things like that. It's very surprising. It's very gorgeous. I think it's one of those things that Britney fans really enjoy, now that we're older, now that we still appreciate those cupcake scents. We still appreciate everything that's cupcake and amber about a Britney Spears fragrance, but we can wear it more places. We can feel a little bit fancier with it. We can feel a little bit more mature with it. I do love this one a lot. If you see this, if you see Private Show VIP, or if you see Private Show, there's one more. I recommend them. I don't think the VIP one is made anymore, but Private Show, chef's kiss. I love this. I love a new scent in the Britney line that gives us a little bit something different, and I think this is one of them. Okay, so coming in at number 8 is going to be the Festive Fantasy by Britney Spears. Okay, so when you're thinking about Festive Fantasy, I like to think about Midnight Fantasy too. They both have they have like plum, cherry, berry vibes to them. But the thing about Midnight Fantasy is it's such a profound artificial smell to it. I'm not saying that it smells like that once you spray it on or once you wear it for a while, but when you smell it, you're like, oh my gosh, that's the scent. And this one they kind of blend together a little bit more. Those berries and those cherries and everything that's going on in the undertones, they make more sense together. They feel a little bit more cohesive, and it kind of gives you even a different smell. Okay, so coming in at number 7 is going to be 2010's Radiance by Britney Spears. Here we go. Take a look at that. I recommend this a lot. This might even be higher on my list, but this is the last Britney Spears fragrance that I purchased. I think I purchased it like 3 months ago, and it is from 2010. So I'm not sure I'm getting the best smell out of what I'm smelling, but I can smell it, and it doesn't smell like rotten, or it doesn't smell like it's spoiled or anything, but it just smells like I'm smelling an old fragrance, which might mean it's old and rotten and spoiled. I'm not sure, but coming in at number 7, it is going to be Radiance by Britney Spears. Okay, moving right along, we have number 6. I actually have a little bit of a soft spot for number 6. It is 2021's electric fantasy. Okay, so when we think about fantasies, we think about the cupcake, we think about the amber, we think about the fresh, young youthful scent. We think about the like mature scent that's, some of the underlining notes in the fragrance. And for this one is it has pink pepper, it's tropical, it has passion fruit, it has that like jasmine kind of amber smell that you would kind of expect from a fantasy. But there's something a little bit different about this one. Yes, it's young, yes, it's fresh, yes, it's one of those scents that I was talking about in a bad way earlier. But when it comes to this one, there's almost something that smells long lasting about it. There's something that is just like the scent is fruity, but it has something in the underlining notes that really like keep that substance that you want from a fragrance. It really keeps that scent going with this one. So I love this one a lot. I have a soft spot for it because it is a little different, and it was when I first got it, it was not what I was expecting, but I do like this one a lot. So at number 6, it's going to be Electric Fantasy. Okay, so coming in at number 5, I'm not really sure if this is number 5, just because of what it is, but coming in at my number 5 is going to be the anniversary edition of Fantasy. It pretty much smells like Fantasy. I'm not even sure that it is a different version of Fantasy. When I smell it, it smells pretty much like Fantasy. If you know Fantasy, then you know that smell is not a bad smell. I love this. I love the bottle. I love that the anniversary edition kind of changed up. I love that she has a little message that says, "You are my inspiration," Britney Spears. The cupcake, the amber, the musk, all of those things that go into making a fabulous Britney Spears perfume are present in Fantasy and in this anniversary edition. We're not going to go too far deep into it just because I feel like it's Fantasy in a different bottle. But at number 5, it is the anniversary edition of Fantasy. So at number 4, we have Prerogative by Britney Spears. If you know anything about the Prerogative layout, this was the first labeled unisex fragrance that Britney Spears came out with. When you smell this smells like pink pepper. It smells like goji berry. It smells like lily. It smells like some apricot nectar as well. I love this. When you think about fantasies, you think about the cupcake and the amber. This kind of has that, but almost in a different direction. It almost has like a marshmallow kind of version of that. I do love this. I don't necessarily consider this one the first unisex. I will consider Believe the very first unisex perfume by Britney Spears, just because I am a man in a wig and I wear it for both occasions. But I love this so much. It's a great smell. I recommend it if you have not tried this yet and you do love to try Britney Spears fragrances because of the different scents and the different undertones and the similarity to the Britney Spears fragrances, and which is the reason we love them. I would recommend this. It's a great smell, and you can probably find it somewhere like TJ Maxx or something like that. But at number 4, it is going to be Prerogative by Britney Spears. Okay, so we are in our top 3. These are all so good. All of these fragrances are so good. Number 3 is probably my favorite fragrance of Britney Spears's right now. At number 3, we have Naked Fantasy by Britney Spears. I mean, just look at this bottle. It is giving elegance. It is giving toxic naked fantasy. I mean, I didn't even try to do that. I just said it. Okay, so when you first smell this, it is apricot, it is vanilla, it is those florals, it's the cupcake and the musk that you smell from the fantasies normally. But the thing about this one is kind of like what was the other one? Kind of like the Prerogative. It takes like an apricot marshmallowy route instead of the normal like cupcake just like pushing through. Yes, the cupcake's there, but the apricot and the vanilla almost calm it down and warm it up. A very, very warm fragrance from Britney Spears. I wish I knew other fragrances so that I could compare them to, a different brand, but I only buy Britney Spears. So at number 3 is the fabulous, fabulous, fabulous Naked Fantasy. Okay, so we are almost at number 1. There is one more fragrance standing in between my number 1 pick and you. So without further ado, I'm going to present to you number 2 in my ranking of Britney Spears fragrances, presenting Britney Spears Fantasy Intimate Edition. Look, this was and probably still is my favorite of all the Britney fantasies. I really, really love the Naked Fantasy that I just showed you at number 3, but this one has been around even longer, and it has some of these are empty, I'm sorry. It's been around even longer. It has been in my collection for a long time. I've bought in different versions. I've bought the 3-ounce version. I've bought the collectible 1-ounce version that I keep. I mean, you smell the florals, you smell the lychee, you smell the amber, but there's also some lemon and musk inside here. And this is such a seductive, it's the perfect name. I mean, Naked and Intimate are both these beautiful, luscious, intimate, seductive, marshmallow cloud scents that are very much like the fantasies, but with these, there's something that's just luxurious and if maybe luxurious isn't the right word, something that is very indulging. You know what I mean? The fragrance is indulging in the scents and the layers that it comes up with. Apricot, vanilla. I don't know if peach or marshmallow are a part of these, but you definitely get a different version of fantasy with this than you do with the normal cupcake musk ones that are in the collection. I freaking love this one. If you ever see this, grab it. I recommend it so much. This is number 2. Absolutely. Now for number 1. Okay, so last but not least, it's probably the reason you're seeing this video. It's probably the reason you kept watching this video. At number 1, the best Britney Spears fragrance that I own is going to be Fantasy by Britney Spears. If you know this fragrance, then I do not have to tell you about it. It is the ultimate cupcake musky blend of fabulousness. If you own any Britney Spears fragrances, it's probably this one. I love this so much. I think that even all the other 18 that I just reviewed are a testament to this fragrance right here. This fragrance has added vanilla, sandalwood, lily, mandarin, honeysuckle, a bunch of different variations of it. And it is still such a fabulous fragrance that brings together all of the fantasies. And there's a reason it's number 1. And there's a reason that there are people who still wear this to this day. I still wear this. I still buy the big version of this as well. You will see this just about everywhere that has a Britney Spears fragrance. So if you see this, if you haven't tried it before, go try it, add it to your collection. It's wonderful. Yeah, absolutely. And that's it. That's all 18 Britney Spears fragrances. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that even the ones that I said I did not care for, if you see them around and you do like Britney Spears fragrances, then you should just give them a try. They're all amazing. They're all awesome. I only wear Britney Spears fragrances because I love her so much. But yeah, follow me, like this. Go buy Britney fragrances, and yeah.